All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Bob from Lone Duck and pro staffer for DT Systems. This is my little dude, Wolf. He's around 9 months old, and we're gonna quickly talk about marks and setting up marks and training sessions and what I'm looking to get out of today teaching him, right? So one thing I'm gonna just throw out there before we even get started is the fact that I've got help. It is so important to get good help, whether it's your kids, your wife, your husband, your duck hunting buddy. They've got to help you throw bumpers and birds for your duck dog. And here's the reason why. If I constantly throw bumpers from my hip doing my marks, that dog is going to hit an invisible wall at the distance you can throw it. And yes, DT has that launcher system that is super helpful to get that little bit more out of your throw, but it's still only max maybe 80 yards away. And if you only train for that, as soon as you get a duck that sails off to 95 or 120, which happens, that dog will hit an invisible wall and not get out there. The second important part is if you're only throwing from your hip or shooting from your hip, the dog is seeing things come from you. You want them to learn to look out. So a few days a week, if you can, would be perfect, but get help in the field. We're also incorporating the sound of a boom cannon, an air cannon, or a 22 blank pistol out in the field. So that dog is, again, thinking about that sound equaling his favorite thing, a retrieve. So we're beginning steadiness with Wolfie. He doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not expecting him to be perfect. So I've got my study tab on here. I'm going to talk him through it. The first mark is a little bit shorter. It's probably 70 yards, and we're going to work out and work back in. When I'm throwing marks for dogs, I call them walking singles. So even though we're riding on a four-wheeler, we're still changing locations so the dog doesn't go back to the old fall every time. We want them to go through different cover, terrain features, mark the area, and hunt the area intelligently. So here we go. Mark number one. Sit. Sit. Sit, sit, Wolf. Cool. So as I'm developing a young dog, if you notice, that bumper is landing in short white grass. Hey, good dog, okay. He's using his eyes and then his nose. I don't want to teach him to just hunt too much. I want him to be a precision marking dog. And so that's really good. And a great way to do it, right? Short grass, white bumpers. This is the soft mouth trainer from DT. Krista, go a little further for me out there. Thank you. This next mark is probably going to be 100 yards, and we've got taller grass and a little bit of a roadway. So when I'm setting up my training scenarios, things that'll make a dog break down and hunt early, terrain features, roads, cover changes. So let's say, for instance, we're hunting a cornfield for geese, and then next to that cornfield is a wheat field. Totally possible, right? If they've only found a few geese in that corn, and then the next one sails off into the hay field, they're gonna hit that end of the corn and hunt that end of the corn, okay? So I wanna create the ability to hit and drive through and retrieve through cover changes. So right now we're going to go over a little dirt road and a little bit more grass. Sit, 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 Wolf. Okay, so he can't see that bumper at this point. Going across the little road right now. Bingo, bango, bongo. Hey, good dog, bud. Okay, okay, okay. I'm teasing him back with my bumper. Hey, good boy, come on. Come on, atta boy. Atta boy. Good dog, man. Good boy. So as they're developing, I want to increase the difficulty of these marks and challenges of these marks. But if you go in too fast, too soon, and you just jump ahead, right? You make it a little too far. That dog's gonna hunt short. That's also imperative to have your bird helper out there helping that dog get out to the mark. So if you decide you've thrown it way too far and the dog's really hunting too hard and nowhere near it, your bird helper can help get him out there, right? Sit, bud. Sit, good boy, sit. Here we go. Mark number 3 for old Wolfie. Sit. Again, I'm talking to my dog. Sit. 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 Wolf. Change your locations, work in different cover and terrain features. Get that dog using his eyes first, then their nose. Putting on intelligent hunts. Keep them in that area. Spread your marks out so they're not going back to where they found their bird. End on a positive note. Hey, hey, hey. Give them a little fun bumper, a little funsy. Keep them happy, getting excited for the next day, next session. Good boy. Real quick, again, you don't need to throw 12 of these. 4 or 5, put the dog up, give him a break, give him a mental break, let him catch his breath, get rehydrated, go somewhere else. Do another 3 or 4 over there. Vary your distances so that the dog doesn't hit that invisible wall. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you took something from it so that you and your dog can become better for this duck season.